Asterisk, let me tell you something I've never told anyone before. I swear on my life. This happened. I wasn't drunk, I wasn't dreaming, and I wasn't making it up. It was late, close to midnight, when I was driving through a back road in New Mexico. The highway was dead silent, no other cars for miles. And then, right in my headlights, I saw someone standing in the middle of the road. Asterisk. Asterisk, I slammed the brakes so hard my chest hit the wheel. Why? Tall, skinny, barefoot, no shirt, just standing there like he'd been waiting for me. His skin was pale, like he hadn't seen sunlight in years. I rolled down my window just a crack and shouted, "Hey, are you okay?" But he didn't move, didn't blink, and then slowly. He raised his hand and pointed straight at me. I panicked. I drove around him, swerving into the opposite lane. My heart was pounding, my hands shaking on the wheel. But when I looked in my rearview mirror, he wasn't there. The road behind me was empty, completely empty. No way he could have vanished that fast. Asterisk. I told myself I was just tired. I kept driving. 15 minutes later, I saw a gas station up ahead, the first light I'd seen in miles. But as I pulled in, my stomach dropped. There he was, the same man, standing under the flickering neon sign, barefoot, staring right at me. I froze. I swear he was smiling now. It's not a normal smile, but one that felt wrong, stretched too wide across his face. I grabbed my phone to call 911, but there was no signal. When I looked back up, he was gone again. I rushed inside the gas station. The clerk was sitting behind the counter. I said, "Did you see that guy outside?" The clerk looked at me confused. "What guy?" I insisted, "The Barefoot Man. He was just out there." The clerk's face went pale. Said, "Sir, don't joke about that. A man was hit and killed on this highway years ago. People say he still shows up, trying to stop cars." Asterisk. Asterisk, I didn't want to believe it. I rushed back to my car. As I sat down, I noticed something that froze my blood. On the passenger seat, muddy footprints, bare feet. I was shaking. My car keys slipped out of my hands. I turned to my right, and for just a split second, I swear I saw him sitting there, head tilted, eyes locked on mine. And then he was gone. Asterisk. Asterisk. I started the engine and floored it. My headlights lit up the empty road again, but I couldn't stop shaking. Every mile felt longer than the last. My hands were slick with sweat, my chest tight. Then, out of nowhere, bang. Something hit the side of my car. I swerved, barely keeping control. I looked in the mirror, and there he was again, standing in the middle of the highway, smiling that same impossible smile. I didn't stop. I kept driving faster and faster until I saw the lights of a town ahead. Only when I reached my hotel room that night did I dare to breathe again. I locked the door, sat on the floor, and cried like a child. I kept telling myself, it wasn't real, It wasn't real, but deep down I knew it was real. Here's the thing. The next morning when I went down to check out of the hotel, the receptionist looked at me strangely. She asked, "Rough night?" I nodded. She said, "Well, I hope he didn't follow you here." Travelers still talk about the barefoot hitchhiker on Highway 87. To this day, I don't drive that road at night. And if you ever find yourself on it, you see a man standing barefoot in the middle of the road, whatever you do, don't stop. Asterisk.